Hey there, everyone. I am the tent guy. My real name is Adam, and you're already on my channel, so I don't need to tell you where to go. And this is
I'm Justin from Party Rental Knowledge. If you don't know me, got a bunch of bounce houses, teach people how to start a party rental company just like Adam does pretty much.
yeah. So it's winter. He's in Buffalo, and I'm 3 hours away laterally in Utica, New York. So not a lot of tent stuff going on. But did you do anything this week?
I just got stuff ready for my snow plow for the most part. Then I went to my warehouse. I didn't get any jobs or anything. I just did like little maintenance stuff for the most part. Like I got the dunk tank from Twister Display. Those
Okay.
wheels are trash. The ones they send you with the ones like the regular ones. The one it's not towable. So I want to put bigger, beefier wheels on there. I did that yesterday. I grabbed some. Um, just like little things. I'm starting to mess around with the straps, doing more videos and content for you people. What did you
Right.
do this week?
I had a delivery of 50 chairs to someone's backyard. And I had a Santa Claus pop-up tent, a 10 by 10 and a heater.
I think I
Dropped it
saw
off.
that.
I dropped it off at 11 and picked it up at 4. Nothing crazy, but same
Was it
thing.
was it like on a Sunday or something?
Yeah, it was on a Sunday.
I saw that. I was like, oh, he must have got paid pretty good for that because
Yeah.
I know your rules.
Well, those are the rules in the summer. I didn't charge anything beyond. I charged $30 for delivery, and it was only 15 minutes away.
Oh, you didn't really care because it was even though it was a Sunday because you're probably not doing anything during the week too much.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I don't care at this point.
It'll pop up.
Right. Yeah, and the dude helped me set it up too.
Yeah, you can't go that hard on them.
Yeah, but I've been doing maintenance too, and that's like I think that's what we're going to lead into is the maintenance talk, and then everyone please submit questions about tents, tables, chairs, bounce houses.
Yeah, now's a good time to throw them questions in, people.
How to
and like and subscribe.
There you go, like and subscribe. I have 3 convection ovens, and the tires don't always go bad.
Seems like a theme.
I don't have a forklift, and I didn't want to cut a whole bunch of blocks of wood to raise it with my pallet jack. So I just hooked 4 ratchets to it and attached it to an I-beam, and we ratcheted it up. And I took the 2 wheels off, brought one of them to Harbor Freight, and just got the same wheels. So I'm fixing things. Actually, I'm redoing my showroom because some dude came in like a year and a half ago with crap all over his feet and walked all over the carpet, even though we have a dance floor section for them to walk down, and we just couldn't get it out. So I'm redoing the floor in a Pergo vinyl flooring. So that's the kind of theme when you're in the winter up in New York State and New England is now it's time to fix things and clean things. And we mostly got everything clean. Now I got a farm table to fix. I got the oven to fix. I got 2 fridges that didn't go out at all this year. They died last year. I got to get those somewhere to fix.
Yep.
But
that's interesting. Yeah, I got I'm new, so I don't really have anything too much to fix. But I'm trying to like maintenance isn't just fixing things, in my opinion. It's also purchasing things for the shop, and it's also like maintaining. You know what I mean? Like maintenance is still like you just did a video on like toilet paper and stuff for your Airbnb and little stuff like that. Like that's considered maintenance, buying those products and having them ready. You know what I mean? Cleaning is maintenance. It's
being
just
prepared. Yeah.
Taking care of your stuff.
The 2 dudes that I own the restroom trailer with, we have a surplus in the bank account right now, and we figured we need to get it inspected, and we need to install new jacks on one of them so it's easy to level out. And they're like, "What? Then we can give our."
You're like cutting in and out real quick. What'd you say?
We're gonna put jacks on the thing to make it more level, but they wanted to give all of us a bonus, like it's only $600 bonus or whatever after those expenses. And I was like, no, wait, we need to make sure that we have. Sorry, my phone is ringing. Yeah, one of my employees who needs to borrow money. But so I said, no, we need to buy a bunch of toilet paper, all the blue stuff. We need to have hand soap just in case come like May 1st, someone calls. We don't have to go running out and get that. So we're going to get the inspection. all the supplies, the jacks and everything, and do all that, and then we can take some money out of it.
Are you getting stabilizer jacks on all four corners?
No, you just got to
do just the one by the trailer where it goes up and down.
No, you just got to do the back two. They're like scissor jacks that like turn up when you're not driving and then turn back down.
I thought about getting an electric jack for my trailer. So
right.
It's just near, so I'm gonna sit there and you know what I mean. But that's what I've been thinking.
Jordan's project was he plumbed in his tent washer to the water lines. Now we don't need to fill it with a water hose. Oh, that's crazy. You had to fill it with
awesome.
Water hose before.
I didn't know that. I don't think that made the video.
Right. Katina Jackson considering purchasing bounce houses but afraid of the maintenance.
It's not hard.
Simple suggestions for newbies. Probably just some spray and clean it all the time.
I get Go Green disinfectant and I buy a giant jug of it, like the big jug, not the squirt bottles. And then that's concentrate, so you just dilute it a little bit too. Just read the directions on it. I've worked for companies where you can buy that stuff by the barrel, by like the 55-gallon drum actually. So it depends on your size. Obviously, you're small for a newbie. So I would definitely, you know what I mean. And if you're looking out, I just did a video on like how to start out of your garage basically. And in that video, like I'm telling you, don't just do 3. You know what I mean? Just 3 different bounce houses is all you want to start out with. You don't want to just start out with one. You want insurance and the cost of insurance. You're not gonna make that and pay for the bounce house if you're only renting out one, and you're gonna want to get a few add-ons too. It's not. The best advice I can give you if you're a new person is go work for somebody or go try it out like a couple hours away. Same thing like with the tents that Adam tells that people. Like you definitely want to learn what this business entails, because with bounce houses, it's same day pickup and delivery. Where a tent, you might be able to drop it off and have your weekend. Like Adam likes his weekends. I don't really care about my weekends whatsoever. If you're a bounce house guy, you will not care about your weekends. Like you will be working on a Saturday and Sunday. So
I don't really care about my weekends as because I usually get Saturday off, but Sunday you can't. You mentioned something about 55-gallon barrels. This is for people who own or rent diesel trucks. You always got to put DEF fluid in it, and then if you run out in the middle of somewhere, it sucks real bad. So you can just go into the gas station and buy them all the time. It's more expensive, but you can also just order a 55-gallon drum of it and hook up a pump to it and fill your trucks all the time, or have a gallon on your trucks or whatever.
If you have I don't know the year, it's a specific year and newer, you have to have DEF.
Yeah, you have to.
So you know what I mean? So the newer, if you're looking to buy a newer truck, this will definitely apply to you.
Yeah, and if you run out of it, your truck basically shuts down, and sometimes they have to actually come out and do a manual thing or whatever. I got to that point one time, the first year when it switched over to DEF fluid. I didn't know this, and I got stuck in the middle of a big 4-way highway.
Ran out of DEF, man. I've never ran out of DEF.
I didn't know.
I've never even thought about that. Actually, that's interesting.
Right, but
what's this extra hose for? Good thing you didn't put water in there. No, I'm just messing.
Right.
What are the questions? We got any more questions?
Someone was just saying how they use Shout detergent on poly chairs and tent tops. I use a degreaser to get that dust, that like grayness off, and magic erasers. But I also have a friend who owns a tent washer, so I just kind of send my tents to him and he cleans them.
You gotta do that video on his new tent washer. It's insane. I've seen a picture.
Yeah, he's got a whole thing.
For Jordan's question, it says, has anybody had 20 by 20 high peak economy tents? If you mean tent and table, I've just heard nothing but bad things.
Yeah, I don't know.
An economy, the only term I've ever heard of economy was from tent and table most of the time.
There's one company that,
or the weekender, we call it,
owns a few companies, and I think Tent and Table, Economy Tent might be the same company. Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Oh, Economy is a company.
Yeah,
I thought it was like, Economy. I think of like value, like Walmart, or just no.
There's a whole tent company called Economy Tents. I mean, I have their book, and I would never consider buying a frame tent like a large one. KC has a 10 by 10 high peak economy, which I'm sure is just fine. But 20 by 20, 20 by 30, 20 by 40.
I like mine from what you call it.
Here we go. Economy is part of Anchor. Okay, well, Anchor has good tents, so I don't know. And he bought a 20 by 20 from Economy today. So why don't you say how good Economy tents are or not? I buy all my high peak frame tents from a company down in Florida called Tent Renters Supply. I mean,
they ran out of pipe. I didn't get a chance to get them.
I mean, they're like half the price of buying them from one of the bigger companies, and they're just as good.
But I was told to go to another company that makes the similar style if I had those. So if I wanted to be cross compatible, I was told to get I got, was it Allstate? Yeah, Allstate tent or something. I'm pretty sure. Is that what it was? Am I butchering it, Adam?
No, that's the name of a tent company.
It was Allstate. I remember it was like the same thing as the insurance company. So,
right.
Yeah. To be honest with you, that's all I really remember it all the time. But right. I wanted to buy from down there, but I heard it's the same thing because the thing is they're twin poles, and that's what I want.
Yeah, double barrel. Mm-hmm. Oh, I've sold off most of my gold Chivari chairs this past week too. Some bride came, she's buying them to use, and then her brother's using them, so they almost have them paid for by the time they basically need to use them 3 times to pay for it. But I knew it was going to be annoying. I brought out all the pads, and all the pads they all look the same, but I knew I had to bring them all out instead of just giving her 130 pads. And brought them all out so she could go through all of them. And she would go through and put this one to the side. And nothing's wrong with that pad.
She picked the big one, the best one she just wanted.
Yeah, I mean, there might be a little dirt stain, but I was like, you just clean these with magic erasers. And she went through every single one to find her 130. And today, someone came and bought 10 tables from me. And the ones I bought at an auction a while ago.
Your tables are old. You sold some of them ones?
Yeah, they're good, though.
You got some old tables. I got some new. I got some new tables.
Well, they're Palmer Snyder. They're good forever. I mean, these tables are probably 15 years old. Yeah. They still looked good. And I was like, all right, dude, listen, I'm going to let you pick out your 10 tables because this part annoys me. You grab a table, and I look at that table and say, that's a great table, and you find something wrong with it. So I'm going to go down to the office for 10 minutes. I'll come back up, and hopefully you got 10 tables picked. I came back up 10 minutes later, and he was still going through tables. I'm like, all right, I'll go back down for 10 more minutes. I'll come back up. It's annoying when I don't see what they're seeing in the problem with the tables, but that's my looking
for holes in them and stuff.
Yeah, but they're all good tables, and each table is the same as the one behind it. Just grab the front 10. But,
see this? You want to hear my personal opinion? I'll keep it real with everybody because I love doing stuff like this. I would never buy one of Adam's tables. Because you're just a rental company. The only reason you're selling them is because you know what I mean? You're not in a business. You just don't want them anymore. They're probably been used for years if you're selling them because you're still in the game. I would only buy, if I'm buying used equipment, I'm trying to buy it from somebody who's just done.
Right. Well, that's
my philosophy.
This dude who bought the tables goes to estate sales and auctions and buys stuff, and he just sells stuff out of his garage. So he just needed 10 tables for his garage. He wasn't a rental company thing. Plus, I mean, Palmer Snyder tables are still good.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, though?
I wasn't getting rid of them because they're bad. I'm getting rid of them because I bought 50 at an auction and only used some of them.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I wouldn't sell my tables.
Right. Yeah, I may regret it in the future that I had 50 good tables and I sold most of them off, but whatever.
Good.
Yeah.
So you making a Palmer Snyder purchase this year for maintenance?
No, I don't need to. I'm trying
more tables. You said you're downsizing. You're actually downsizing.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting rid of the core stuff. I'm just getting rid of those chairs and stages. And
weird. Do you have a weird tent you're getting rid of too?
Yeah, I got
the gabled one.
Yeah, the 30 by 60 frame tent. It goes up twice more, and I'm going to get rid of it. Oh, see, here we go. Travis has got my back. He's got 25-year-old Palmer Snyder tables. He resands every couple of years, and they still look great. That's all you have to do with a Palmer Snyder table. There was some big company I met when I was buying some used dance floor from him, and he's like, "Don't even sand them." just buff them a little bit, get the clear off, just so that it accepts some stain it again, and put some clear over it. And that's what he does with all his tables. Randy has some of my tables. They were the ones I actually bought I bought these last second from some dude like 3 hours away because I needed like 20 tables. They were a little black on the top, but the tables were still sound. Once I bought the ones from the auction, I was like, I don't need these anymore. Sometimes you buy equipment that you wouldn't normally buy when you absolutely need it. But I used them for like 5 years. They were still good tables. You just got to sand them a little bit. Randy, did you sand them, or are you still just using them as is? Because
I wish I bought a mobile bar, because I could have rented out a bunch I've seen on Facebook.
I had a guy make me 3 of them with panels that come in and out, so I can make it copper, I can make it black, gold.
Does he still make them? How much do they already cost?
I think he charged me $600 a bar. I don't know. It might have been 500, but it's cool because, like I said, I can take out all the panels and make it completely custom. If they want purple, he gave me blank panels. I can just paint it purple. Or if they want Yankees or whatever, I can go buy Yankees wallpaper and turn the bar into a Yankees bar. Do I purchase straight from Palmer Snyder? Palmer Snyder has a rep system. So you can call Palmer Snyder and find out, and they'll ask you where you are and then tell you the rep to call. That's probably the easiest way. Or you can do a search for them. But just call Palmer Snyder and they'll tell you who your rep is, and then you can talk to them. Travis is building a bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and this is what I told the dude today who bought the tables. They're real wood, so you can sand them a bunch of times, like hardcore sand them a bunch of times. If you just buff them or, just abrase them every few years, you can have them for way longer. Oh, Randy has not used my tables or stained them yet. He also owns 60 plastic. I just bought plastic ones this year, and I already hate it. Basically, the first time it went out, they came back with dents and stuff in them.
Yep, not down for plastic tables.
Yeah,
at all. That's not the move. I talked about it the other day. I was like, folding tables. Maybe if I got to the point where I'm doing a lot of pickups.
Yeah, that's
so
why
they can fit in the back of the truck, but they're still a pain. And it's really just to make life easy on the customer and have them come back for other stuff.
Exactly. Hey guys, next Tuesday I have a marketing professional on for event rentals. I totally blanking on his name and the name of his company, but I'm actually going to make a video with him Thursday, not live, put that up, and then say to everyone, if they have any questions, we're going to be live on Tuesday. So he markets specifically for tent rental and event rental companies. So he'll be on, I'll have a video of him up on Thursday, or actually probably Friday morning. And then next Tuesday, he'll be on for marketing questions, because I don't have the good answers for marketing, because everyone in my area is an idiot and doesn't do Google AdWords and other stuff. And I'm the only one. So I rank number one all the time without even having to spend any money because everyone else is an idiot. So I don't know that much about marketing because I was never forced to have to.
Yeah, I've been learning. I learned a few things about marketing just this year. If you guys are interested in marketing, I would definitely look into Gary Vaynerchuk. He knows a lot about social media marketing and trying to get that. I like social media because it's free.
Right.
That's the best part about it, in my opinion.
I use the Facebook page sometimes. Say I got a 30 by 60 tent coming down and it's not going up for 2 or 3 weeks. I'll throw it up on Facebook, say, hey, half off this tent. That way I can go set it up in someone's yard instead of having to store it wet or try to struggle. I don't have enough room to lay out a 30 by 60 or hang a 30 by 60. So I'll throw it up on Facebook, try to get that tent out at half price, and try to take it down dry instead of having to mess around with it.
Yeah, it makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, it's worked a few times.
It's interesting. I bet.
But
we got any more questions?
No, everyone just kind of talking to each other about he's got a bunch of plastic tables for his rentals and fireworks tents.
He's got the lifetime ones. He's got the folding tables.
Yeah.
So how often do they break, though? I feel like they break all the time, and just those inner mechanisms come apart.
Well, if he's using them
And
for his fireworks tents, he's probably the one handling them.
but they're lifetime, so you can just bring them back, right?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be able to just bring those back when they break. So if you're doing that all the time, but after a certain point when it becomes your business model, I know people start getting aggravated.
Right. I actually
Like-
found the company who Lifetime buys their tables from, because Lifetime doesn't manufacture their own tables. They just buy them in huge bulk and then sell them. So Lifetime is basically a reseller. I just found the company who sells it to them and bought it directly from them. So I have a Lifetime table. It just doesn't have the stickers and stuff of Lifetime.
Well, then, if you care to share that and just drop that little gem for the whole world here.
What's the farthest I traveled to buy anything from? No, I'm going to keep that a secret for now. Adam, what's the farthest you traveled to buy anything for rental? 3 to 4 hours. I know the one where I needed the tables like immediately was 3 hours. Dance floor was probably 4 hours away. Yeah, not really that's none of that is really bad. Actually, I drove down to New York City or New Jersey area to pick up some tables from PRE Sales, which don't buy PRE tables. They're just a very thin, what do you call that? Veneer, and you can't sand them and whatever. But I needed them. I needed 40 tables, and they were the closest I could get who had them. So I drove down to the warehouse and picked them up down in New Jersey. I think that was a really long day. I drove out in the middle of the night to go pick up steaks at Fred's Tents, and I was like, "Yo, just leave your gate unlocked. I'll drive in and grab them." They didn't leave the gate unlocked, and I bought 100 steaks, giant ones. So I had to park half a mile from their freaking warehouse and carry as many steaks as I could back and forth at midnight. I felt like I was stealing them. They did leave them out for me, but whatever. Yeah. Were they good deals, or did I just need the items? The dance floor was a good deal. I needed the steak. Most of the time, I needed the items. Like there was nothing else I could do. I needed the items, and so you go buy them and then deal with it later.
Right. I want to get what was it? I think I just lost my train of thought because you did. Oh, actually, no. This is what I was thinking of. So you're talking about, you just did a video on the renting for movies and stuff like that. Did you see that video in California with the movie set?
No.
So this lady has this whole diner and stuff, and they shut her down and said you can't have outside seating.
Okay.
And then, like for your restaurant, she just spent a whole bunch of money on it. And then right outside of that, the movie company just started putting in tents for their dining.
Oh,
and it's like 30 of them, dude. Like 20 tents right next to her tent. She's illegally not allowed to have anybody eat food or anything. And then the movie company is allowed to have hundreds of people right in the parking lot where she was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shut down. So I think it's insane, dude. I don't feel bad for the tent company is not the problem here.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not the tent. You know what I mean? We're trying to help everybody as much as we can. It's, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's on Randy Hamilton's page. He shared 2 of them too.
Okay.
Like it's wild. It's
Randy
really
Hamilton
wild.
has the answer on the Lifetime tables. You can't return them, so they're not Lifetime. You own them until they break. Okay, here we go. We got a good question. How do you obtain clients? Where do majority of them come from? Organic, referrals, SMM. So being around since 2005, a lot of them is referrals. I did this person's wedding. I did that person's wedding. You know, it just keeps going on and on. Same thing with graduation parties. So that's big. And that only comes from being around a while. Because most people are dumb in my area that own a tent company, they don't do any sort of online stuff. A lot of it is just organic. I don't have to pay for it. When I first started getting into weddings, I paid for Google AdWords. And my bills were like $70-$80 a month. Now they're down to like $20-$30 because no one else is doing them, and I decreased my bids. I don't know what SMM means, but
text messaging.
Okay. Majority of my clients come from just a Google search, and most of it is free because I got on Google business pages, which is the free thing. You know, when you search something and it shows you like the top 4.
Or is SMM snail mail messaging?
I don't know.
Social media marketing.
Social media marketing.
Yeah,
I don't get that much from social media marketing. Like when I buy a new product, I will put it on and boost it so that a lot of people will see that I have it. But most of my stuff just comes from an organic Google search. Like I was saying, you want to get on Google business pages as soon as possible because that is what most people will see when they type in tent rentals or gym or whatever. It's those first things that pop up, and they call those first companies at the top.
And here's the thing too, like you say, oh, hey, I'm a new company. I'm going to get my Google My Business. Why would I get my Google My Business, and how could it affect me? Well, first of all, just you having an address is putting a location, and Google's all about local and keeping things local and trying to be as local as possible. So me, first year, I just had a Google My Business page, and what did I get around the corner from me? I got a tent job for $6,500, and I got to keep the tent, all because of my Google My Business page. And he told me about it too. That's how I know. So, yeah, we just found you on Google My Business. You were the first one on there, and it was only because I was like right down the street. Right. Only reason, because I had it first year. I had it for maybe 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 2 months. I've had my Google My Business. So, and I don't know SEO work. I didn't do anything crazy. I just plugged in the information I was supposed to plug in. So,
see, he does Instagram ads, and
I don't even know there.
Instagram's not that like big for businesses around me, and Google ads. Obviously, Google ads. Everyone, like when you're first starting, you should just get a book for dummies, Google AdWords for dummies, and it walks you through everything. It's actually very easy. I did it all on my own.
Or go on YouTube.
And look it up. There's a lot of people with videos on it, but the sooner you get on Google My Business, the sooner you'll raise up in the ranking, and the more you'll get phone calls from that. And that is probably the number one source in Google AdWords. And depending on your location, which
Jumper
Mania also social media is big there.
You should be doing social media, not just trying to sell your products. That's a big misconception for everybody too. You need to be on social media to show brand, to show face, and to build good rapport with the community. Right. When you do that, that's good brand. Because eventually, you know what I mean? Eventually, it's going to be all voice, and people are just going to go into it. Hey, Alexa, let me get a tent. And if it's not, hey, Alexa, let me get a tent from Tent All Rent All, or Just In Case Tents and Events, you lost the brand war, because unless you're paying to be number one for just a regular tent spot.
Right, that's true. This is a good segue. We just started talking about marketing, and my next video on Thursday or Friday morning is going to be marketing. And again, he's going to be on Tuesday, so have your questions ready.
I have a lot of people asking me more and more. They want to know about the marketing stuff, so maybe that's a good plug in to get to the videos. So,
yeah, I'll learn something from that. But Randy said stop saying Alexa. That's funny. Maybe his is going off. But anyways, we're going to cut it there for the night. And I'm Adam the Tent Guy, and this is Justin from Party Rental Knowledge. Check out the links or whatever. I started talking tonight.
Go check out the links, guys.
Wait, real quick. He's noticed that 60 to 70% of companies, event rental or rental companies, have terribly designed websites. Your thoughts? They do. Everyone around me has terrible websites. I paid thousands of dollars for a good one, and there's a different school of thought. Do you put your prices on or not? I mean, if you're serving a really, really large area and you want to have different pricings for different areas, then you don't put them on. But to me, I want to cut down those phone calls and be like, how much is this? How much is that? How much is this? So I just put the prices right on, so they already have the answer.
It depends on your clientele, depends on your situation, depends on your market. It also depends on what you're trying to rent out. You're not going to try and rent out a 30 by 100 or something to somebody, or a 40 by 100, because they're not going to know what they need to just do that online automatically. You know what I mean? Like, that's just an automatic. You're going to have to call them back to make sure they didn't just do something wild. Like, they might think they can have 1 million people because it says 40 by 100.
Right. But Fred, I think the website is the main thing, because like we're saying, they're on Google. Usually with a rental company, before they call you, there are some people who just straight up call you, but they go to your website first and look at everything you have and try to get an idea, and then they'll call you. So as a rental company, that is your market, that is your storefront your first thing they see. So spend some money on a website.
I have ERS and online booking availability, man. I like the fact that like somebody can just go ahead and book it, and then it takes it out, and nobody else can book the same thing. And then say you have a bounce house with banners, just because I have 2 bounce houses and I have 30 banners. So if somebody rents 2 of those other 28 banners and on items are going to go away.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the system automatically does that for that real-time availability for that day. So
right. Yeah, so Fred definitely looking to getting a website made real well. But anyways, guys, thanks. Check out the video on Thursday, and then next Tuesday, have all your marketing questions ready for our guest. But thank you, and have a good night.
Have a good one, everybody.